マンチェスター日本探検隊のハーズイコです。見てください、この美しい生け花。さあ、今日はこの美しい生け花を作っていただいた方にお話を伺ってみようと思っています。それではエリザベスさん、お願いします。どうも今日はありがとうございます。Elizabeth, I can see this is such a beautiful ikebana arrangement you made. Would you tell me when and how you started ikebana?
Yes, I became interested in ikebana because I'd seen some pictures and I didn't really know anything about it. I just loved its beauty and its simplicity and the way that it reflects natural plant movement and growth. So I went on a leisure course to study it at the Women's Institute College actually, which is in Oxfordshire. And I enjoyed it so much, I did another one, and then I did another one, and I think I probably did 4 or 5. And then I had the opportunity to study ikebana more seriously. Now, my first tutor, when I did the leisure class, was actually from the O'Hara school. As I'm sure you're aware, there are lots of different schools of ikebana, and the O'Hara school is one of the more modern ones. It was founded in the late 1800s. So, because I had started my leisure classes studying O'Hara ikebana, I carried on with that. And I then started to study more seriously, and I obtained my various certificates. And now I am a 4th master. Very soon I will be a 3rd master, and I intend to carry on and go as high as possible. The ultimate in masters is a 1st master, and that takes many, many, many years of study.
I understand, yeah.
After that, it is possible to become a professor, but I really think that that's mainly limited to people who live in Japan.
Oh.
Purely because they have the access to the headmaster of the school.
I see. So, how many years since then? Since you first started?
It's probably about 10, but
10 years.
For quite a bit of that I was only really sort of playing at it.
Was it easy to find this instructor when you wanted to do more seriously?
No, that was quite hard actually.
Yeah,
it took me quite a while.
How did you find?
I found a lady who is a 2nd master, I believe, who lives in Whitby, but that's rather a long way from where I live to travel to. So she introduced me to a lady who lives just outside Sheffield. So I went to her and studied with her up until the end of my instructor's course. But because you need to be instructed by somebody who is at least 1 certificate higher up than you, I then moved, and to become a master I joined the England chapter of the O'Hara School, which is based in London, and I've studied with them for the past couple of years.
How did you study though? Did you have to go to London to learn?
Now I do, yes.
Oh,
yes.
Wow! So how frequently you go or you went?
Roughly once a month.
Once a month. So
yes.
You go to London to learn from them.
Yes.
That's quite a commitment, isn't it?
It is, but it's worth it because I enjoy it and I get an awful lot out of it. And I also now have a tutor in London as well. So as well as learning with the England chapter, I have a tutor who is actually a sub-professor, so she's very, very highly qualified.
So London's O'Hara School chapter, I didn't know anything about it. Has it been there for a long time, do you know?
Yes, it has. It was founded about 15 years ago, I believe.
15?
I believe so, yes.
Oh, so it's not a long time.
No, I suppose not, compared to, you know...
Yeah, exactly, exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
So you were lucky then. When you got interested, it was already there, running.
Yes, indeed. And they are delightful people who go along, both the students and the tutors, and very, very talented. At the RHS Hampton Court Flower Show just a month or so back, they actually won a silver medal for their display, which is fantastic.
Oh, that's amazing. Did you know any other school of Japanese ikebana was displayed there?
I don't think so, no.
Only O'Hara?
Yes. Yeah.
Good for them. They tried it. That's
really,
wonderful.
Really wonderful.
Yeah. So how do I say now? What's ikebana for you?
To me, a creative release compared to my day job. I do work full time. It's quite a stressful job. So it is lovely to be able to do something which is so creative, which uses beautiful materials from my garden, and which also is challenging me because I'm still learning. I'm learning all the time. I suppose it's that combination of the creativity but always learning that I really enjoy. I do also do Western flower arranging.
Oh, you do?
Both traditional and contemporary, and in fact I am chair of a contemporary floral design group.
Oh.
But I like the simplicity of ikebana, the small amount of materials and the use of space, which is very different from traditional English work.
Yeah.
Here you see there's an awful lot of space around the materials, and there isn't a solid outline. Whereas in more traditional Western flower arranging, you tend to create a solid outline and then fill that shape. But I think this is very elegant.
So when you first saw ikebana arrangement, you had been already doing a Western style flower arrangement.
Yes, I had, yes.
Maybe that's why you are more interested in ikebana
Possibly,
style. I
yes.
see.
Yeah. Yeah.
What would be the big difference between the Western type arrangement and ikebana?
I think it is the small number of materials, the way that they tend to be positioned in the way that the materials would grow naturally. Often you're using materials that come from the same season. There are also traditional materials that you would use in a specific season. And the colour combinations are different as well.
Oh, really?
Actually.
Colour combination?
Yes.
For example?
Western flower arranging, you use a Western style colour wheel, and you don't tend to use colours of the same kind of hue. So you don't tend to use, say, bright red and bright yellow. You would use, if you wanted to use red and yellow, you would use one bright and perhaps one paler. Or because that would be considered a contrasting colour harmony, you might sort of use red and a yellow-orange, so it's slightly more towards the colour of the red rather than towards the colour of the yellow. So you would tone them together differently. Whereas this is, it can at times look a bit unsubtle to Western eyes. But having said that, when you think about it, actually it doesn't, because nature doesn't use a colour.
That's right, yeah. I couldn't help noticing this pretty tin.
Yes.
It says a Japanese name for it. So
That's
would you
right.
explain? Yeah.
They are biscuit tins, which I won the empty tins as part of a raffle prize actually at the England chapter.
Yeah.
And they just spoke to me to use as containers. And that is another lovely thing about ikebana. You don't have to use specific containers. On the whole, you're looking for a certain shape or to evoke a certain atmosphere, and I just thought these were fun.
It's working beautifully. So thank you so much, Elizabeth, for all your talk and work. And so I'll